And this is how the table looks like after game week 16, with all the top 4 teams all winning and Liverpool closing the gap to only 2 points behind Chelsea. But I watched all 4 games, and each one of those 4 games had different talking points and different takeaways. Before we get to the first game, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you put your own takeaways and your own thoughts about this game week. Let's talk about Chelsea and Everton first of all. A couple of takeaways from this game. Of course, Chelsea won the game 2-0. The scoreline, I don't think, paints the full picture of the game itself, because I felt like Chelsea could have won 5-6-0. 6 goals, but Everton could have scored 1 or 2 goals of their own. The biggest takeaway of this game, firstly, is how reliable and how strong this partnership between Wesley Fofana and Trevor Chalobah. Both of them have kept 5 clean sheets out of 6, and there is a big, big difference when Chalobah is partnered with Fofana or with a Tosin. Because when he's partnered with a Tosin, brother, things are going sideways. Things are going left, but when he's got an actual partner next to him, Wesley Fofana, it's a complete different game. It's a complete different relationship. It's a complete different connection. I feel like both of them understand each other perfectly. They both understand when to push up, when to drop deep, whose man it is. I think the relationship is very good. Hence the reason why this game itself, the other 5 games which they've played with each other, it's been so reliable. Another takeaway is Enzo Maresca. I made a video about Enzo Maresca talking about how his stubbornness might kill Chelsea, and the fact that he's insisting in playing the likes of Malo Gusto, the likes of Reece James, the likes of Kukura in the midfield, and not having a midfielder. But this game itself, you can't, I mean, what can you say about it? Like you can't say anything negative about it, because it actually worked out. Malo Gusto played in the midfield, and look at the performance that he dropped. The man of the match performance. Wesley Fofana, I think he was so good, but I can't not give it to Malo Gusto if he gave an assist and scored a goal. Even the assist, I think the assist is better than the goal. The assist, the pass that he made to Cole Palmer, bro, that's a pass that Enzo Fernandez makes. That's a pass which Casado makes, and Reece James and Cole Palmer makes. The pass to Cole Palmer for that goal, line breaking in between 3 players, such a great weight of a pass, the timing of it, amazing pass from Malo Gusto. The goal itself, nice little cutback from Neto, nice little wing play on the right-hand side, and of course, Neto with the assist. But Malo Gusto, again, we're talking about Enzo Maresca. He's been stubborn, he's doing it, and I think if the result didn't work this way, I think there's been a lot of question mark towards him, but it works. So I got nothing negative to say towards him. Another takeaway is, of course, Cole Palmer being back into the starting 11, scoring a goal. But the thing is about Chelsea is that they don't have a reliable goal scorer, except for Cole Palmer. They don't have a reliable goal scorer. They can't. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. The good thing about it is it makes Chelsea unpredictable in the sense of you don't know who's going to score. Like in a random game, when Chelsea plays well, anyone can score. But then, as we've seen the last 3 games, when Cole Palmer is not on the pitch, no one can score. Garnacho should have scored 2 goals this game. Joao Pedro, I felt like there was 2 moments where the cross was being made inside the box and he wasn't there. So this is why I say when Cole Palmer is not playing at his best, even Cole Palmer, when he's even injured, an injured Cole Palmer is still the best goal scorer for Chelsea. Like Cole Palmer's not even 100%, yet he's still chipping in with goals. But this is what Chelsea needs to improve on, especially for me in this Jan. They need to get a goal scorer. They need to get someone who, because, bro, it's not ideal for you to rely on a Cole Palmer. And if Cole Palmer doesn't play, then who the hell can score goals? And lastly, I want to give shout out to Enzo Maresca for one little thing. It's the fact that how he's managed to keep the likes of Fofana, the likes of Reece James, and the likes of Neto all healthy, bro. Wesley Fofana, how many 90 minutes has he played? Reece James, how many 90 minutes has he played? Neto, how many 90 minutes has he played? And those are 3 players who was seen as injury-prone. Reece James was seen as an injury-prone player. But look at the season. We are now in December, and he's still been healthy, consistent, still playing 90 minutes. Neto, at Wolves, was getting injured every single season. He's now completing last season, this season. Wesley Fofana, that's the reason why Enzo Maresca has been cautious with every player, is because he wants each person to get them at 100%, and all of them are now 100%. But the win itself for Chelsea, massive win, because The last two Premier League games, it wasn't ideal, but now it puts them now, 3 games, sorry, 3 games wasn't ideal, but now it puts them at least in a position because the next couple games, especially the next game against Newcastle, is going to be difficult. Then we've got the Arsenal game against Wolves, and do you guys want the Premier League? Do you want the Premier League? I tweeted when Wolves scored, which was predictable. When Wolves scored to make it 1-1, I tweeted it. Do you guys want the Premier League? And then, of course, Arsenal scored moments later, and then Arsenal fans came at me. Well, speak now, speak now. It doesn't help you. Like this doesn't make, it isn't a gotcha moment. Bro, I find it annoying. Like, the biggest takeaway I've got about this game is Arteta. Why are you pushing back? Why are you dropping deep? Why are you more than happy to defend a 1-0 lead? Why not go against him? Why not get second, get third, get fourth? Why are you more than happy when you score the first goal? When that first goal went in by the own goal by Johnston, after, of course, the set piece, you're more than happy to say, you know what? I got my goal, let me just drop deep. Because it was predictable. Like, you knew what was going to happen. The moment they did, and Wolves had 1 chance, 2 chances, 3 chances, and Arsenal was more than happy to continue playing the same way, you knew the goal was coming. But nothing changed. The goal came. Again, the goal itself, Bukayo Saka with the cross. Initially, I thought it was Jesus who scored the goal. It was an own goal. But this isn't a moment where Arsenal fans say, well, speak now. Or what can you say now? We won. This isn't ideal. Like, this right here, you're making it difficult for yourself. And you're making it for everyone else watching. Bro, things are getting concerning. It's getting concerning because winning 2-1 at home to Wolves, yes, you might say on a random day, let's say Arsenal was 1-0 down and they scored 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the game to come back from a remontada. Context is important. If that happened, I would say, you know what? That's a big championship win. That's a big momentum win, statement win. But the context for this game, being 1-0, be more than happy to drop deep. Yeah, that's not ideal, bro. This is not great. But one thing I can't not talk about is the man himself, Bukayo Saka, who I felt like this was a carry job. I felt this was one of those games where let me drag you, and let me make sure I leave the stadium and leave this game with 3 points. And this is what it felt like. When it was 1-1, his head didn't even go down. Like, that was an angle from a fan cam who recorded it, like, very similar to the game against Aston Villa, where, if you guys remember, against Aston Villa, where they conceded the last minute winner to Buendia, and a camera was recording, and you looked at Lewis Skelly basically trying to encourage each player to stand up. But Odegaard, the captain, just went. Like, his head was down. It felt like he was defeated. And he's the captain, which is a bit concerning. But for this game, there was a fan camp that went straight to some of the midfielders. Bukayo Saka was the one that, come on, like, let's push up. The game is not done. Bro, he dragged him. He dragged him to a win. Deserved the win, in my personal opinion. Despite the last 10, 15 minutes, I think Arsenal, in the first half, they were a bit sloppy, but Sam Johnson had a great game. But listen, Arsenal, yes, 3 points is important, but at the same time, you can't make it like this. It felt like, bro, at one point, is this going to be the 4th time? Don't make it the 4th time where you bottle the league. But Arsenal, they need to do better. And the next game which they have is against Everton away from home. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy because this game, funnily enough, is going to be after City's next game. And City currently are 2 points behind Arsenal. So City's next against West Ham. If they beat West Ham, City will be first for like a couple of hours, for like 24 hours before Arsenal plays. Make sure, there's going to be a lot of pressure, especially if City wins. But again, Arsenal win 2-1. Then Liverpool against Brighton, the game of Mo Salah coming off the bench. But the game of Ekitike, what a performance. Like, we've already spoken about, I've already mentioned it so many times, and we've seen everyone mention it. Like, I don't want to go repeat the same gimmick and the same narrative about why did they sign Isaac? Why did they sign Isaac? Listen, I think everyone knows when Ekitike was scoring goals early on and they signed Isaac, I think Isaac was signed just because of pure greed. Just because of pure greed and because of Liverpool basically proving a point to everyone that we can do it. Doesn't matter whether you've come out and said he's not leaving, brother, he's coming. And I think it was just pure greed of, I'm better than you, and whatever I say happens. Like, I said it, I want him, and he's going to come. And that's what happened. But did they need him again? Like, that's been the whole narrative. No, they don't, especially with the likes of Iketika doing what he's doing. But I feel like they can still play together. I still feel like Isaac and Iketika still play together, because this game, we saw Salah playing next to Iketika when he came on, and he was drifting a lot on the right side centrally. And I feel like the best way for Liverpool, because I feel like this formation can work out. It didn't feel like a 4-2-3-1. It felt like a 4-3-1-2 at certain times, where they were playing a three-man midfield, and they were playing... Curtis Jones, for me, had a very great game. Very, very good game. And I feel like he needs to be in that 11. He needs to be in that 11. And I feel like the best way for Liverpool to play is maybe having a Wirtz in behind and then having Isaac and Iketika up front. I feel like Joe Gomez's injury is a bit it's a bit tough, because I feel like he's been very important last game, and of course this game. Kirk is having his better game, but it's ironic when he's having a better game when one person is missing. And it's not the Salah. I feel like people keep talking about Salah being a liability, but I've said it for the past couple months. One person is starting, but I don't feel like he's given any sort of reason why he should start, and that is a Cody Gakpo, because I feel like without Cody Gakpo, the attack seems a lot more fluid and a lot more smooth, a lot more free-flowing. And especially Kirkus. There was a couple times in the game where Kirkus got the ball on the left-hand side, and he was surprised that he got the ball. But if Cody Gakpo was on the left-hand side, having the ball, and Kirkus making that overlap run, Cody Gakpo was doing one thing and one thing only. He's cutting onto his right and shooting or crossing. But use your wing back, use your left back. And that's what Kirkus was known at Bournemouth. That's why he was so good at Bournemouth, that he kept getting those overlap passes from the left-hand side. This time around, he got a couple passes on the left, and he was quite surprised. Like, whoa, I'm actually receiving the ball. So that for me, the issues, it wasn't the right-hand side. The issue was the left-hand side, because, bro, there was a stat that came up. 65% of the attacks went on Liverpool's left-hand side. It wasn't even Salah's side. It was Liverpool's side, but they didn't do anything with it. Like, Cody Gakpo he's so wasteful. I don't know why this obsession with Cody Gakpo. Again, I'm not hating. I'm just criticizing. I don't feel like he should be a star, and I felt like this game, the attack seemed way more free-flowing. Even the game against Inter. Like, it's not a coincidence that Inter, they played very well, again, without him. So I feel like they can still play with Isaac and Nketiah up front, but this man is a talent. Bro, I said it. He's one of my favorite players to watch. One of my favorite players to watch. What he can do on the pitch is very good. I think Liverpool, this is deserved to win. Brighton had their moments, with Minte being very good. A couple moments. Alisson saved 2 massive saves, but I felt like this is one of Liverpool's better performances. I felt like Curtis Jones was great. Gravenberch is one of his better. Konate was actually reliable and very consistent. And of course, Mo Salah coming on, performing very well. I feel like he had a very, very good game off the bench. Of course, he's now going to AFCON, but I loved towards the end what he did, clapping to every single... I don't think that was a goodbye. I think everyone made it as a goodbye, but I don't think it was a goodbye. I think it was more of a... Carragher, you said that the Liverpool fans will turn against me. What about now? And I love the way he did. And I feel like he'll come back and he'll still be the Liverpool player. There's no way he's leaving this Jan. But for Liverpool, massive win, because now it takes them, and they've got a big game coming up against Spurs, but it takes them in a good position around 6th place. And then it leaves us with the last game, Man City versus Palace. And I don't know how this game ended 3-0 to City. City, yes, they scored 3 goals, but I have got no idea how Palace has got 0 goals. Like, this game, the first half, I've got no idea how it ended 1-0 to Man City. Palace, the amount of chances which they had with Mateta, with Yeremy Pino, had about 3 chances. Like, his final action was missing. Sarr, whenever he got in a great position, his final actions was missing. Like, and this was not the first half, the second half as well. The start of the second half, Woodson hit the post. They still created chances. But this is what happens when you don't finish your chances. But it's the most cliche thing. If you don't finish your chances, you don't win. And City was clinical. City, again, I think this season is becoming a lot about moments. They find that moments pretty well. When they get their first chance, they don't miss it. The first half, Haaland got his first chance. That was City's first chance of the game. And boom, they scored. Great cross by Nunes. Great header by Haaland. And of course, the second goal, again, moments. It's all about moments. It's all about just individual moments. Ryan Cherky going past 2-3 players, passing to Foden. Foden with a great strike outside the box, 2 makes it 2-0. And then the third one, Savinho, again, moments. Savinho, there is no reason why he should be going through and penetrate through 3 players, get a penalty, Haaland makes it 3-0. Like, City, this game is all about picking the right moments. Palace had so many moments, they couldn't take advantage of it. And City, I think for City, in these kind of games, just get the 3 points, bro. Get the 3 points. Don't, I've coming off from beating Real Madrid a couple of days ago. The players seemed fatigued. The players seem tired. Let me just get the 3 points. Let me get one little week rest. I know I've got I think they've got Europa League? Not Europa League, sorry. League Cup coming up where they can, I think they've got League Cup, no? Yeah, League Cup coming up. Just use my B team, but this is the kind of game. Just rest, get the 3 points and run. I think player performance is why Haaland just being clinical, bro. I think how many passes did he make? Or how many touches? Bro, he made 6 passes, bro. 6 passes. But with Haaland, it's not about the passes. With Haaland, it's just give him the chances and he takes advantage of it. Like, if he does it, by the way, I think if he does what he does and if he somehow drags City to a Premier League title, I think this would be the most impressive thing I've ever seen in the Premier League. From a player, from an individual player. This is the biggest carriage that we will see. Like, amazing. Ryan Cherky continuing his great back-to-back performance against Real Madrid. This game, so many great moments, so many nice little 1-2s with Foden, couple nice little progressive carries. Phil Foden, great goal. Again, moments, picking his moments. I think O'Reilly was good on the left-hand side, kept Sarr quiet in most of the game. But for me, the player for Palace that played very well is Wharton. Couple moments where the couple passes over the top, passes in between the City midfielders. Great game of Wharton. But for Man City, like I said, get the 3 points, and now it puts them in a very good position because next game against West Ham, if they win, they will be top. They will be top for less than a day before Arsenal face Everton away from home. And listen, by game week 17, we might see a different team leading the league. But listen, this is my biggest thoughts and biggest takeaways about this game. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, put down in the comment section what you guys make, and I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.